why I quit my 9-to-5 dental hygiene full-time job. So let's get into it, guys. Bigs today. Bigs for the win. So y'all, I just first want to say, for those of you who I previously kind of talked about why I became a dental hygienist, but it was combined with my Jamaica trip, so it wasn't really just a video specifically about it. But for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. For those of you who have been on this journey with me, thank y'all so much. I love y'all and I really appreciate y'all. I have been a very inconsistent friend, but it will get better. But I just want to say thank y'all for all y'all patience. So just want to get into a little quick backstory of me in dental hygiene. I became a dental hygienist back in 2017. I graduated from Fayetteville Technical Community College, and that is where I got my degree. At the time, I was living in Fayetteville. At the time, life was super hard for me. A month before the hygiene program started, which was my first year of school, I was divorced. So, you know, I'm new to being this single mom. So life was not easy my first year of school. And school itself, y'all, dental hygiene school, is hard. It's one of the hardest things, and I tell everybody that I have ever set myself out to do, but it is achievable. It's just, you know, it's really, you got to really commit yourself, be dedicated, put in a lot of hard work, and you can do it. Now, what I will say also, I really don't talk about it much, but my second year of school was bittersweet for me because I was pregnant over the summer. And in the second, when you're going into your second year, our school, we had a summer semester. So I was pregnant during the summer semester going into my last year of dental hygiene school. I wasn't happy about the decision, but I had came to terms with it that if this is what, you know, God has for me, then unfortunately, when I was 13 weeks, I had a miscarriage, and that was a really, really, really like dark time for me. I felt like I was walking around with a dark cloud over me only, and it just wasn't a good time. It didn't feel good, but you know, God always knows what's best for us, and you know, I didn't want to question it because his timing is just not our timing. And for those of you who don't know, I do have a little girl now, which her name is Worthy. She's 2 years old, and so you know, she's here now. And at the time, I thought that was the time I was going to have another child, and it just wasn't my timing for that. But I said all that to say, and I like to throw that out here for anybody. There's a lot of things that we're dealt with, and you know, we sometimes feel like we can't do certain things because of the hand that we're dealt with. But you don't ever want certain things in life to distract or to discourage you from doing anything you set yourself out to do. If you really want to go, and it don't have to be dental hygiene, but for anything that you really set yourself out to do, it doesn't matter if you're a single mom, you've been divorced, you know, you're in a relationship that's unhealthy, anything that is causing you to feel like you can't achieve it, you can. I have been through a lot in my life. I'm in therapy now, just now in therapy, y'all, but it's never too late. And it has been, I mean, so helpful. It's been healing. It's a lot of growth with it. It's a lot of challenges too, because you have to face you. And a lot of times you distract yourself with everything else that causes you not to face you. But what I will say to anyone who is seeking dental hygiene, it's a great career field. I love it because I was a dental assistant before I'm a hygienist, and I love people. I'm a big people person. And so to be able to sit and talk with my patients when I was a dental assistant, I used to really try to kind of keep talking to them, do too much, to where the doctor got to come in, he got to do his work, and it's like, okay, Bree, you need to be quiet. it's me. I became a hygiene assistant, and I started working closely with hygienists. And just being able to see how they were, how they kind of set their own schedule. They had their routine. It was a very repetitive thing, which I'm a big routine person. And they had that personable experience one-on-one with their patients. It really drew me in because I love being able to encourage people, being able to help people with their confidence. And so I felt like, once you master the actual skill of cleaning teeth, the educational side, to be able to actually converse with someone, that is where I came in. And that is the reason why I wanted to do it. So long story short, because I said this was going to be a short story and I'm talking forever. I graduated in 2017. I have been working since. When I got my license in the summer of 2017, I hit the ground running to a private practice office in Cary, North Carolina. Amazing experience at that office. I was the only brown girl there. And so for all my brown girls who run into those issues, it's okay, y'all. Just be who you are. Continue to shine your light as bright as possible. Continue to offer quality care. That's what matters. Because the patients will vouch for you. So just always make sure you are offering quality care. You know your stuff. That's what matters. I had to get over the skin barrier of like, oh my goodness, I'm the only chocolate girl. But it's okay. Be you. And that's helped me. But my first office, great experience. So I've been a dental hygienist for about 5.5 years now. When I moved to Virginia, I was able to get my anesthesia license, guys. So North Carolina finally passed where hygienists can go, but at the time it wasn't a thing in North Carolina. So I got my anesthesia license in Virginia, and I love it. I love being able to anesthetize my patients. It's super, super, super easy, and it's better because it's like I'm not waiting. I know what I have on my schedule. I can set it up and I can keep it moving. So I love being able to do that. So I'm sure y'all want to get into the meat and the potatoes of why I quit my 9-to-5 full-time dental hygiene job, but hold tight. So let's get into this food real quick, y'all. So I went to this place called Tamarind. It's an Indian cuisine spot, and I got some, y'all, if I can't pronounce this, samosas. I got a 3-piece samosas. He told me everybody gets these, so I got these, and I got the butter chicken, rice, and some garlic naan bread to dip with my butter chicken. So it does have a little sauce, but this was under like the appetizer. I have no clue what this green sauce is. This brown sauce. Hopefully it's not too spicy because Indian food can be spicy. Ooh, sweet. This one's probably something I'll use. Lord, I'm pretty scared for this one. Let's see what this is. Woo, there it is. That's the spice. It's not too bad, but it's definitely a spice there. Like, you're tasting that spice, y'all. But I'll definitely try it with the actual samosas. So this is what they look like. This is what it looks like when it's open. Amen. So I'm gonna try it with the sweet sauce. Y'all, I love Indian food. Now this is spicy, so I got me some water right here because you be telling them mild, and their mild is still spicy. So we're gonna multitask, y'all. So I have worked in the private practice setting. I have worked in the government sector. I have worked for a corporation. So I have been all the way across to trying to get a feel for different office experiences. Now, I have also worked as a temp hygienist. And so when I lived in Sanford, North Carolina and Fayetteville, I worked for a company called Temps. I actually loved working with them. And the reason why is because when you first start, especially if you're a new graduate, they set you out at a decent pay rate. You're not locked in forever on that pay rate. That pay rate can fluctuate based on how much you're temping, you know, getting good feedback from offices requesting you. You know, things change with the rate, with the temp. The reason why I liked temps is because at the time you could request offices for end of day pay only. Like I could go in there and just say, okay, text them, hey, I want to do this. Like they'll put a list of all the offices, the shifts, the breaks, if there's any type of dress code, like a certain color. Typically when I temp, I try to wear black. But if I go to an office and realize nobody wears black, sometimes I'll pop out my little color scrubs. But for the most part, if I've never been to that office, I'm going to wear black scrubs. But with temps, I would drive from Fayetteville and temp. And then the further you're commuting, sometimes, you know, that also played a part in how much they would pay you. During my pregnancy with my daughter, I was really sick. So it was easier for me to temp as well because I was able to be in control of my schedule and not have to commit to an office and then feel like I'm inconveniencing them when I got sick. So, this last office that I have been working for, I just started really feeling like the environment was unhealthy. It was toxic. And it was stressful for me. On top of, I already have issues with my hand. And, you know, as a hygienist, you can get burnt out, carpal tunnel. So I have been seeing a hand specialist, and I have certain issues with my neck and my shoulders, and that's just from birth. So I'm not going to put that on hygiene. But, you know, with certain postures and your ergonomics of how you should sit and clean, you know, over time that does do wear and tear on the body. And so I felt like with me already having certain issues medically, it kind of sped it up to where my hand aches a lot. You know, it's painful to just be doing this all the time. So I had already made up in my mind I wanted to start scaling back, as meaning just go part-time, which is what I tried out first. After that, guys, I did part-time for a while. But the office itself, like I said, it just felt kind of stressful for me. I felt like it was a lot of drama, and I get it. It's, you know, the world is short-staffed right now, so there's certain things that you may have to do more of that you probably weren't used to doing before, but it was just putting too much stress and wear and tear, and I was feeling overwhelmed, and I was also feeling like, what else can I do beyond clinical, you know? Like, I know as hygienists you can teach. There are certain companies you can work for to be like a sales rep, like the people who come to your office. If you are in the dental field, they try to talk to you about the new products, Arrestin, toothbrushes, whatever. You know, speakers. There's different things you can do, being more on the administrative side. The only thing you have to consider is that there may be a pay cut with certain things that you do unless you have like a degree that's higher than an associate's. For me, I got my associate's at the school that I was at. So, and I never really had any interest in wanting to go be like a clinical instructor either. But like I said, the office was just getting stressful, and I was starting to feel like there's more that I would like to do in life. But I was having such a hard time with wanting to quit, because it's like everything that I looked up, even if it was something I was interested in, I would talk myself out of it, because I'm like comparing everything to how much I make as a dental hygienist. And now that I have 2 kids, that's a really big thing for me. My son's getting older. I have a 13-year-old. My daughter's 2. You know, she's in potty training right now. And I started feeling like, yes, there's mothers out here who have no choice but to work. But I feel like that's not me. Like, I'm going to work, but I don't feel like I have to slave anywhere. I rather work something that I can feel like I was productive, it was gratifying, but I also have a work-life balance. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting into, and that's where I feel like, you know, I want to be in. I was feeling too much anxiety being at work, and just anxious all the time. And so I was trying to see, like, what can I do? So you guys, basically what I have done is, behind the scenes, I have some little business ventures I've been working on. I will talk to you guys about them once it's completely finalized. But in the meantime, I have started temping. So there's an app. And when I was doing temps, it wasn't an app. They had where you can text them or you can go online and request certain offices. But there's an app called TempMee. And I have started using TempMee. I love the app. You know, do what you need to do as far as creating your profile of who you are, your resume, how many years of experience, your qualifications, the skills you have, and you can put a profile picture. You put like where you live, the areas that you're willing to, the surrounding areas that you're willing to temp at. And what happens is you go on there and it'll show you what temp shifts are available, what's the newest offers, if that office has multiple offers, or some offices are actually looking for full-time permanent people, and then it'll put those shifts on the app as well. So you click on whatever tab that you're looking for, it'll pull up that office. So you click on the date, the office, it'll show you not the office name, it'll just show you where the office is located, how many miles away it is from where you live based on what you put in your profile, and what is the rate of pay that office is wanting to pay you. Good thing about the app is you can counter offer. You can say, you know what, I don't want to take 40, I want to take 60 or 55. That office can decline the offer, or it can accept the offer, or it can send back another offer that may be in the middle of what you said. I just thought it was so cool. So what I do is I look at my calendar for the month now, and I see what I have as far as with the kids. Is there anything scheduled? Is there any appointments? You know, my son's wanting to start basketball. You know, what is going to be his schedule? I want to be able to be more involved as a mom. I want to be able to have that work-life balance where I'm maintaining my household. And I know we are strong Black women and we can do all things. I'm just happy that I've opened myself up to being more free, but also taking risks. I feel like I have a license. I'm a licensed hygienist. If things didn't work, I could always go back. Offices are always hiring, you know. But I have been trying to encourage myself, and along with my therapist, with just taking more risks, things that I'm really interested in doing. Because at the end of the day, if I never try it, I'll never know if it would have worked. So now I temp, I go to offices. I had this, you know, meeting new people at a new office and trying to learn where everything is. But I go in that office, y'all, bold, and I go in there and I stand tall. I'm confident because I already know my work, so I'm not worried about that. I go in there and see what system they have, so I show up earlier so that I can make sure if it's a system I haven't worked with, I get all my questions out early. So if you're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, show up at 7:30, 7:40. Go early to that temp office Find out what software system they're using, where are their x-ray sensors, how do you want me to do my instruments for sterilization, how do you want me to do with scheduling patients for their recall appointments. Boom, like you, and then find out, go in the room, get familiar where everything is so you can set your room back up, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. When you go into an office, and then with the TempMee app, once an office accepts you, you'll see it on the calendar, and it'll be like a blue dot. When it's orange, it's still pending, meaning that office is still trying to decide if they're going to pick you or not. But once it's turned blue, that means that you're scheduled to work. Then the app also sends you reminders to let you know, like, hey, you have an office coming up. This is your next shift. Now, you do get paid 24 hours after a shift. So they release the funds 24 hours, and then it's based on your bank, how soon they'll release it to you. So if I work the shift on a Wednesday, it gets released on Thursday, and I may not get it till that Friday or Saturday, which is not too bad. The only thing about temping is that you just have to be disciplined, because you're getting, you know, a lot more money. You know, you're making like $10 to $15 more when you're temping than what you were making in your office, you know, if you're requesting higher. And then you just have to be more responsible, learn how to budget your money. But I think it's overall a really good way to do, especially for anybody who's trying to figure out this work-life balance, or maybe you're trying to think of a whole new career move. You know, if you've been a hygienist for a few years and you want to do something else, I think it's just good to have that to fall back on. But right now, I have been enjoying it. Just being able to go to an office. And at the end of the day, you got to know that you're there helping them. They needed you because they don't have any staff. So you don't want to go in there and like, you want to go in there and be confident and, you know, nice and have a good personality and treat these patients, because that office needs help with their patients. You know, a dental office is a business. So, well, you being there, you bringing in the revenue, you know? So for me, it has been a great experience, guys. And I just don't want to do full-time hygiene anymore. I'm choosing myself because I feel like I've always considered everybody. I'm big on considering people and what they'll think or say about me. But I'm learning how to choose me, and not consider everybody else's opinions and thoughts. And, you know, it can be overwhelming that way, trying to live your life like pleasing everybody. So I have to just because at the end of the day, I have to be with me. And so I feel like this has made me feel less stressed. I'm super excited at work. And then I'm in a new area. So I'm a big explorer. So being able to actually get out and like go to lunch or sit by the water on my lunch break, it's been very soothing and relaxing to really be able to just enjoy this new experience that I'm in. And so anybody who's scared to take that risk, girl, you better jump out and take that leap. Take that leap of faith, because at the end of the day, you can always go back if it doesn't work out. But like I said, you'll never know if it was going to work if you never tried it. And y'all, this is not, you know, nothing to be like sad about. I'm not feeling negative about. I feel much better. I can breathe. I know what days I want to take off. If I want to take a trip, I know, okay, I'm going to temp these days and then I'm going to take the trip this day. If I want to do something with my son and he's starting his basketball, I'm able to do that. You know, with my daughter, I know, okay, I'm off on these days. She can stay home with me. Things that I feel like are making me little by little feel better as a person, as a mother. And so, like I said, therapy has really challenged me a whole lot. And so I'm super happy and thankful for this new journey of my life, y'all. So with that being said, I am about to end this video. I really just wanted y'all to be just encouraged today. I have been floating on clouds. I've been feeling so much better. And so I just want everybody to go out, be happy, live your life. You know, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. Love on the people who's loving on you, and continue to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And so until next time, guys, I want y'all to make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Be sure to share it. And I love y'all.